The clock is ticking, and our party has a list of suspects. Can they solve this mystery in time? Find out next on the Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I am your host and Dungeon Master Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live stream D&D anthology show, and we are so glad that you are here. We're on the second episode of this current mission, but in a minute I'm going to catch you up on everything you need to know, so you're going to be just fine to jump in. First, let's go ahead and say hello to our players. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling? You ready to go? Excited?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to figure out that this lady is probably lying to us, but I'm excited.
Boy, the trust issues.
I mean, Denver doesn't like this lady, so.
I mean, we don't have to like her.
No, you just have to, you are employed by her, so there are certain contractual obligations that you have to meet.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, this is our 20th episode.
Oh. Heck yeah.
That's a nice round number, and as humans, we're very
so.
attracted to round numbers. So, 20th episode. I thought I would take a minute to highlight, in the honor of 20 episodes, I would highlight some shows that never reached 20 episodes, which means, like, by an objective standard, our show is better than those shows.
Oh my god.
It's just like scientific kind of things. So yeah, I thought I would take a moment. So starting off, Freaks and Geeks.
Okay.
Some would call that a classic.
Really?
I would call that 18 episodes.
That is a hot take. That is a hot take.
18's not 20.
Take. Scolding hot.
This is just a very just a basic 18 is not 20.
So should one of our characters have smoked weed 2 episodes ago to have gotten this canceled?
It's they're not going to cancel us though. Which
I just want to be Linda Cardellini. That's what I want to be.
Oh, yes.
And
next show I want to highlight that objectively we are better is Cop Rock, one of the most 90s things to ever exist. If you're not familiar with Cop Rock, it was a musical TV series about police officers. 11 episodes of that.
Okay, I'm okay with being better than that.
I would strongly advise, not right now because you're watching this, but at some point, just give it a shot. I watched a bit of the pilot, and the first 3 minutes are this incredibly intense police raid of a house, and it's kind of a little disturbing, how intense it is. And then the music kicks in.
Oh, good lord.
It's got a theme song by fucking Randy Newman. So,
Randy,
the lady over there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's quite a ride.
those people got nobody.
So another show that we are objectively better than because we have more episodes. The 1 episode run of Heil Honey I'm Home.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Which was a satirical sitcom about Hitler and Eva Braun.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
1 episode.
Yikes on bikes.
Yep. 1 episode. So we're better than that.
What springtime for Hitler was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, with only 14 episodes, making ours just objectively better, Firefly.
I knew it. I knew it as soon as you said how many there were. Of course.
If you have any complaints or questions, please feel free to direct them into the comments here on YouTube. We'll be happy to address those.
Chris, if it makes you feel any better, Paul can't take this guy from you.
That's very true. Okay. Thank you. I feel much better.
But I can put it through the wash. Honestly, it's but seriously, it is really wonderful. And just absolutely awesome that we've reached 20. We have so many more stories to tell. And so before I ruin anyone else's evenings, let's go ahead and get into it.
To continue to ruin the characters' evenings, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for that.
Hell yeah.
Just got to get my mouse working. Oh, man. Sometimes it doesn't like to show up as a cursor, which is like half of the function of a mouse.
Right. Ah.
Okay, good enough. To recap, the party has been sent to the town of East Alenshire at the behest of famed former fashion designer Vale Arduin. On the journey there, the party bailed from their hired wagon to help save a camp from a pack of ghouls. They managed to save several innocent lives, but James brought one of the dying people back to life to question him about what he'd seen on the other side. After getting his answers, James asked the man if he wanted to rejoin his dead loved one, and when the man said yes, James killed him. This prompted a serious discussion with the party the next morning, as Denra and Mudpack struggled to understand James's motivations. The party arrived at the estate of Vale Arduin, where they learned that she's been put under a death curse, which only a wish could cure. She doesn't seem to care about curing it. She only wants the party to find out who did it and bring them to her. So, party, you have been given a list of 5 suspects that from Vale that she wants you to investigate. As a reminder, it is her children, Simon and Valentine, Tolerai, who is another fashion designer, Willem, her longtime business partner, and Anton, her former lover. What I will tell you is that the clock begins, and the clock will continue running. There are 48 hours until the curse ends and she dies.
Okay.
So you find yourself at right outside the door here at Vale Arduin's house, kind of in the garden, looking out over the town of East Alenshire, and the timer begins now.
I think we should probably talk to the children first. Maybe get insight on why she seems to hate them so much. So that might help at least figure out what all is going on, because I personally don't believe that there is a curse. I think this is just a ploy for attention and bringing trouble to people she hates, but we'll figure it out when we get there, I guess.
Well, would it be better to... Oh, go ahead, Mudpack.
I was just going to ask, how do you explain her condition? She seemed quite unwell.
Well, I mean, she's very old, right? And isn't she a human, or...
She is a half-elf.
Half-elf, thank you. Well, okay, they live a little bit longer than humans, but that's fair. I don't know. I don't know. This lady doesn't seem like the type to... Actually, I don't know. It's a weird gut feeling, but I think we should talk to the children.
Do you think that we should split up, cover more ground in the same amount of time, or should we stick together?
I think we should stick together.
Would it be easier if we could maybe bring them all together? Put them all in the same room?
Don't know if that's a good idea right off the bat.
Or possible, even. I don't know if they would have even wanted to. I don't know.
Well,
I do agree. No, sorry. No. I keep saying things. Go on, James.
If they care about this woman, Val, then wouldn't they be invested in also finding out who want to put the death curse on her?
If they feel that way about her, sure. But she seemed very hateful towards them. and I don't know if that's mutual, but we'll have to figure that out.
I just suggest we approach each of these people as objectively as possible.
Sure.
It's not really our business how we personally feel unless it's a true gut thing, but call me a detective. I just need more evidence.
Of course. Let's go meet with the children.
Simon and Valentine. Paul, do they live together or
they sure
separate?
do not.
Yeah, I didn't think they did.
So none of you are overly familiar with this area, obviously. You kind of have vague ideas where people are. To your knowledge, Simon lives closer than Valentine.
Okay. Maybe we speak with Simon. He might be in town. Maybe we speak to someone at the inn or the tavern and see if maybe they know where he is.
Do we know the exact coordinates of each of these people? Or do we have to ask around?
You don't have to ask around. You know enough to know where people live or would be.
Gotcha. Well, then let's head to the Simon's house. And that's what Denver would say.
Let's see what Simon says.
Oh, thank you.
Jesus.
Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to.
I appreciate that.
We were all thinking.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Should get inspiration for
James just gets disadvantage on all of his rolls. It's the craziest thing. I don't know how it happened.
Oh my god!
It was a pun.
Don't make me stick coffee on my phone, please.
All right, so the
amazing.
You were heading to Simon's house then?
Yes.
Okay. The trek to Simon's house from Vale's house is 25 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm pausing the timer.
Oh shoot.
We have 48 hours.
Should we open them? What if they just brought themselves to us to call on time? Just throwing it out there.
I don't know if they'd want to do that.
Who's closer?
Maybe if we gave them a reason.
I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
We have to figure out how to do that.
And after the trek, you make your way to this this other estate. It's neighbors Vale's estate.
Okay.
You see a very nice, light blue house, not nearly as grand as Vale's, on a smaller plot, it looks like. But here you are, Simon Arduin's house, 47 hours, 25 minutes left.
James, do you want to do the honors? You surprisingly are the most people person of the three of us. Well, no, actually, Mudpack's good with people. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Before we go in there, do we want to reveal our cards to this person? Like, hey, we are looking for the person who put this curse on Vale,
maybe,
or lie to see what they know, to see if they,
I think that might work a little bit better.
Okay,
well, let's figure out what that is.
The lie? We have to be on the same page?
Aye.
Okay.
That would be a good idea.
Good point.
Maybe we say, unfortunately, Vale has perished.
I don't see them sending a party like us, but maybe if you went up alone.
That would be good. It would be good to gauge their reaction.
That's true.
Because then it's too early. If she's already died.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
Who's good at reading people?
Well,
I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep a close eye out.
Ooh, maybe you could turn into something small and be on his back so that they just think it's just James. Just because I don't think it would make sense for a bereaved family to send a minotaur, a human man, and a halfling. Gnome to the dressed in very adventurous regalia to do that. So, but James on his own, I think he could probably pass that kind of a thing.
We have to believe in ourselves. Today we are not adventurers. We are good cop and bad cop. My suggestion would be Mudpack, maybe you turn into something small, and as we are investigating the person, you can investigate the room to see if they have the money to conjure a death curse or a receipt, maybe.
Death curse receipt.
So, should I turn into a mouse and look for paperwork?
Or clues?
I think maybe checking the reaction first would probably be the best.
Hi.
Well,
I
we
think that was
can't
a really
have
good idea.
Mudpack change in front of that. I'd say go
Right.
in mouse stealth, see what you know, and then we'll keep him busy.
Well, I don't want to overtax Mudpack.
Well,
'Cause that's a lot.
how about this? If I turn into a mouse and go mouse pack, and that's my favorite part of Mudpack, just changing his name whenever he wild shapes. I love it.
Pack.
Anyway. Animal pack. Oh my god, sounds like yogurt. So my idea is if I turn into a mouse pack and then do either of you, forgive me, I'm looking for a pant sleeve or something I could unobtrusively just hang on to your ankle for a moment. So
I mean, I have armor. You can climb into my armor. No big deal.
all right. I just don't want to be seen. Well,
I mean, can't
I
mice
can
fit into very small places?
yes, I could see them better if I was closer to like their eye level. Though the floor is, I've found out, not the best vantage.
Maybe. Do you have a hood, James?
My Hero Forge character does not have.
Well, I mean,
I'll be honest.
Maybe like a cloak? Probably not.
I'd say just hide in my like little chest plate. I feel like it's roomy enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a thing.
I'll try not to.
You could probably
I'll try not to
find
scratch on you.
somewhere
no,
to hide.
We'll figure it
without
out.
too
We'll
much
figure it out.
difficulty.
We'll figure it out.
Easily.
All right, we're doing it. We're doing
Yeah.
it.
All right.
All right.
And
Mouse pack away.
man, if we could really game this out, and I could cast Beast Sense, so we could all insight check them.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I
So
won't.
you turn into a mouse.
Denver's gonna kind of walk down the street a bit and just try and be nonchalant.
I mean, these are fairly. You're in the kind of large estates, so it's easy. Like you're in a huge driveway.
She's
at this
not
point.
gonna succeed at being nonchalant, but she'll try.
Yeah, you can definitely find a place to tuck in somewhere in James's armor, no problem. Lots of nooks and crannies.
Cozy.
Are you heading up to the house then?
Yes, let's give it all in 1-2 knock.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and it's not too long before it's tough to tell with anybody that's elf or elf adjacent, but a young looking man opens the door. He looks like money. He's dressed very nicely. All of his clothes are like in really, really good shape. They are riding clothes, like jodhpurs and boots, but they look very clean.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh, hello. How may I help you?"
Hello. My name is James Rosehart, and I was wondering if we could talk to you for just a moment.
Yes. So what is this concerning?
It concerns your mother.
Yes. What about
you-
mother?
I don't want to be intrusive, but Mudpack, would you like
Yeah,
to?
I mean,
insight?
you can make an inside check now if you want to.
First
Kinda-
mention of his mom. Just for funsies. Come back. Well, that's called jumping the gun. That's going to be a 7.
It's kind of hard to hear inside the armor. You can
All right,
kind of catch the conversation.
Okay, I'll try and scurry around to the back as carefully as possible
Okay.
to not tickle James.
Do I need to do a tickle check?
No.
No, I think it's
Dex,
okay.
is that like a dex check? To crawl around the back and crawl up So like behind the shoulder, so I can. Oh dang! Do you have like? Is your armor big?
I think I have
around
shoulder
here?
pads.
Yeah, I think
What are words?
you can find a spot in a
Okay.
pauldron somewhere.
That I can like peek, so I can actually see them.
Sure.
All right.
We'll see if it improves the
reposition-
roll
Yeah, right.
later on.
So I said to Simon, it concerns your mother. Something is terrible has happened to her. Do you have a moment of privacy that we can talk about this further?
Something terrible. Oh no. I don't know that I understand. I saw her just yesterday, but please come in. And he does in fact lead you in. It's a nice house. It's not as nice as his mother's house, but it's a nice house. He leads you to a living room. Where he sits on a chair and kind of gestures to a couch across the way, and he says, "What has happened with mother? I'm sorry, I don't know exactly who you are."
Well, my name is James Rosehart, and this is my friend Denra.
Denver's not there.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm going solo.
Sorry.
Oh, shit. I thought we were okay. Never mind. My name is James Rosehart, and I am from the Adventurers Guild. I was contacted by your mother for a mission, but when we got here, she told us about something and then immediately died. And we were wondering if you could help us investigate why someone would do this to her.
I know she was not feeling well, but for her to just die, what kind of mission had she contacted you about?
Well, the mission said something about someone threatening her life, and I'm a man of my word, and I hope to find out who threatened her life and ultimately took it.
Oh.
Insight check.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do
I
that.
would like to do an insight check as well, Paul,
Sure.
please. All right, insight, it's +3. Let's see what we got, baby.
Ooh.
I have a 15 +3.
I've got a 14 plus 4.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, he definitely seems to be in some kind of state of a little disbelief and worry. He says, well, certainly I want to do everything I can to help, but if Mother has died, then there will be so many arrangements I will need to assist with. I'll need to go over to the house right away. Are you going to be in town for long? Are you staying in town?
Justin's laughing. James is not laughing.
I know Mudpack is like grabbing into your skin, like. Stop him!
Oh God!
Peak D&D
Simon.
right here.
Oh God! I'm sorry. Simon. Before we do that, before we put your mother to rest, it's important that you help us find someone who would do this. Do you know anything about curses that could help us investigate why someone would put something like this on her?
He says, I don't know anything about curses. That sounds terrible. He's already standing and going to grab a coat.
Okay, Simon, wait. We need to find out who would want to, what kind of enemies. Do you have any paperwork that you can show us? Because this is an open investigation. I can't let you go.
Paperwork of enemies. Where is her body still in the house?
It's a crime scene right now. I have a team working on the crime scene, and we can't let you see the body until we close this case.
Okay, I need you to make a deception check.
Fuck.
Brilliant. Oh my god.
Oh gosh. Okay. Deception. Let's see what we got here. +3. Okay, it's not terrible. Okay, it's a 12 plus 3. 15. It's not terrible.
He gives you a bit of a hard look. And he says, "Pardon my asking. I do know the constable here in town.
Mudpack is gonna crawl down, or jump off. Mudpack is gonna jump out of James's armor, and at Simon.
Oh shit!
Just like jumping at him as a mouse.
Yes, I need to distract him right now. From this train of thought.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Make a what?
Make a performance check.
Okay.
Oh god, this turned sideways so quick.
Well, I realized I forgot to look for documents, and then you were asking for them, and then he's not happy, so I wanted to do something about it. But anyway, that's gonna be a 6.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, he says, "Oh my god, a mouse in the house. That's." He attempts to like kick you, Mousepack.
Run like under the couch.
What's your armor class as a mouse?
Oh shoot, I don't know. Hold on.
I'm gonna guess it does not.
Like, what's it supposed to be?
An 18.
Oh, definitely not. No. I don't even have to look for that.
Is Simon a commoner?
I mean, you don't really know.
Let's say I'm a rat because there's no mouse in this book.
That'd be an armor class of 10.
Yeah, it would be.
And that would be 1 hit point. So yeah, his kick does connect. And Mudpack, you find yourself suddenly sprawling out on the ground as yourself.
And there I am.
He says, "Oh my god, what on earth is happening here?
Simon?
I think I'm going to need you to tell me some kind of explanation immediately."
Do you want to know the truth, Simon? Are you sure you're ready to know the truth?
Well,
I think we can trust him.
Apparently you haven't been telling me the truth this entire time. I don't even know who you are, and you're in my house.
Only part of the truth we haven't told properly.
Is my mother alive?
Here's the thing, Simon. My friend, this is Mudpack, who's sometimes a mouse pack. Mudpack, Simon, Mudpack.
No.
I need very direct answers very immediately.
We are looking for answers to who would want to kill your mother.
Who is
If
not
you do
dead
not want to
at
help-
the moment.
Dang it.
Well, I think we can trust him, James. I think we can trust him.
He straightens up and he says, "I'm not sure what kind of game you're playing, but I am going to speak with my mother. I need you to leave my house."
Your mother is the one who sent us.
I don't believe anything you said. You came in here claiming she was dead. You came in here disguised as a mouse. Maybe your intentions are good, but I need to speak to my mother before I speak to you. And he's walking towards the door.
I would like to do some intimidation, please.
Sure.
I'm going to say, Simon, you really need your mother to handle all your problems? You can talk to me face to face right now. I suggest you turn around and give us answers, because your mother is the one who sent us. So please, this is the last time I'll ask nicely, Simon.
Based on that phrasing, you can go ahead and make an intimidation check at disadvantage.
Whoa, here we go. Okay, that is a 10 plus 3. That's a 13 for the first one. And a 8 plus 3.
Okay. He rolled a 14 to oppose that. And he says, perhaps you came in here with some kind of good intention, and perhaps we can discuss things later. But before that, I'm going to have to speak to my mother to clear some of this up. And he leaves the living room, and you see him go to the front door and opens it. And he says, check back with me later, perhaps tomorrow, and perhaps, if your story checks out, we can speak then.
Okay, I'm going to follow him out.
The door.
I'm going to go to the door. Is he walking at the door too?
No, he's gesturing towards the door. He wants you out of his house before he goes anywhere.
I'm just going to leave with these people still in my house.
Mudpack's walking toward the door, and to James, like, I really think we can trust him. And yes, to Simon, go speak with your mother. I think it would be a good idea if you explain to her that you don't want to kill her, because that is, in fact, why she sent us. She asked us to look after a certain number of people, and I'm not going to tell you who, but if anyone comes to mind that might want to do your mother in, that's all we want to know. So that's what we'll come back and check in with tomorrow, yes?
Go ahead and make an insight check, Mudpack.
Ooh. Whoa! Oh, 19.
You see that definitely registers. You know? He doesn't say much in response to it, but he hears you, and definitely, yeah. He's with you on that.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But he does continue to usher you out the door.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm going.
Mudpack, I don't think I'm a good liar.
And he closes the door after you.
I don't think I'm a very good investigator, so if only you could turn into the mouse. You with a mouth would be pretty silly, wouldn't it, though?
I've never been a mouse, admittedly. Seems like a fun time.
It's got its ups and downs. Anyway, where's Denra?
Yeah,
Denra, do you like being an animal?
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa there. I like to imagine Denra's just kind of would have found are there like garden walls, like those like half walls around these things? She'll just lean up against one of them, waiting for them to come out, and sees Simon like in a huff as she close the doors behind them, and just kind of, go well? How'd it go?
We got some answers.
So, it looks like you got kicked out.
Kicked out, relocated, relative terms.
Yeah, but they mean the same thing. Good Lord.
We scheduled for another date. That's what we did.
Yes.
That's fair. Yes. Okay. Well, then, I guess he's not the one we're looking for, as far as we can tell.
No,
Guess not.
Okay. I don't think so. I think it's worth looking at the others.
Okay.
For sure.
Who do we want to go next?
I would also say, though, real quick,
Mhm.
Denra,
Mm.
would you mind accompanying James?
Yeah, I can see from the look on
do
his
we want to
face
do we want to do this little ruse again, or do we want to just go in
Nah.
straight?
let's just go ask questions. I think that's a better way of
What?
doing it.
Mudpack is right. Maybe we shouldn't lie to them. And maybe what if we ask them to help us? Like, join us in our investigation.
I mean, who knows? Maybe if we come back to Simon, he might be able to be more helpful once he's. I mean, I don't know. He looked kind of upset.
See, the thing I like about the deception is we get to gauge a certain reaction.
Sure.
It's breaking the news to them afterward that
Is difficult.
it is not true, that we need to be a bit delicate about.
That's
And-
how we get them into the same room. We all tell them that their mother is dying, and then they have to go to the house.
Well,
What if they don't care? What if
what
they
did you
don't
tell
care?
Simon? If you told him that she's dead and he didn't believe you, then he'll tell the rest of them. I would assume, once they all got told, be like, "Oh no, it's a lie," right?
I have a feeling he doesn't trust everyone else.
That's fair. Well, I think we should go talk to someone else first, just to get a gauge. So maybe move to the sister, or maybe
Valentine?
the lover. I think that was a strange one to add to the list. An ex-lover.
Why?
Anton,
I don't know.
right?
I mean, I can't imagine lovers ever really having that much of a bout, especially like that.
Oh, Denra, you and your husband were so in love.
Yeah.
You had a
we were.
husband?
Yes. Yes. And his name is Ordun.
Or Dune? Where is he?
He's dead.
He died?
He did not. I did not expect to talk about this, and she kind of grabs her hip flask and.
Sorry, the point was just that your
No,
viewpoint
of course.
of love is adorable, and I love it. But not
Thank
everyone is as pure as
Okay.
That's
fair.
you are.
Wait,
Well,
so
thank you for
your husband has been dead?
He,
I thought they was with your
yes.
kids and your family.
No.
Really,
Yeah. She. And also, I do think that she would have told you this already, James. That he is. He died. He died defending them, and they were kidnapped.
Hmm.
Sorry. Easy to forget. There's a lot of different backstories going on.
Hmm.
But yes, she.
Interesting.
Thank you, Mudpack. That's good to know. Other
but
humans.
should we go talk to Anton then?
Maybe. I don't. He would have had a very intimate relationship with Vael, so would know a lot about her. So.
I'd like to see someone with a bit more nuanced opinion of her than her son, who seems to be doing quite well off by her.
Yeah. I barely
Yeah.
got to look at him, but he looked like a mama's boy. So.
Paul, is Anton close to us?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So you don't know exactly how far away everything is.
Gotcha.
But Anton is not especially close. Is on the other side of the main road, the other side of town.
Well, there's
May I
someone
suggest the closest person next?
The closest person would be Tolarai.
That would be the mediocre designer.
Yes.
Her words,
Actually,
not
that's-
mine.
That's a good starting point, because business competition. That's at least a small motive. So maybe we could, see how they gauge. But let's be honest with them this time. I feel like if they're a business person, they'd be able to read through a ruse pretty easily. So.
I think we should say that we were sent by her, and do they know why she might? Well, no, we can't ask them what they think about how she thinks about them.
Yeah.
Let's just say that she died, gave the reaction.
No, James, that didn't work last time, did it?
Only because we botched the landing.
Really? Oh, okay. Well.
I jumped out at the wrong time, and
Oh.
it just sort of all fell apart. But if
fair enough.
maybe it was round one. Do you want to try again?
Yes, let's try again.
Sure.
Mudpack, you don't have to be Mousepack. Just be with me.
Okay.
Denra, you may come as well. So
I'll be there this
strength
time.
in numbers.
Yeah.
And we'll just say she has died, gauge reaction, and proceed from there.
Okay.
Let's go.
What could possibly go wrong, Denra?
So many things, but she just keeps walking, takes another swig.
Okay. So with that set, you head back into the main part of town to go see Tolarai in her shop. That is a 30-minute walk. So let me set the timer appropriately.
On the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again.
We're on YouTube. We can't do that.
Oh, sorry. It's a cover. It's fine.
Yeah, right?
That's
Exactly.
fair. That's fair.
Okay. With 46 hours, 27 minutes left,
Eesh.
you arrive at the shop of Tolarai, and interestingly enough, what you find right out front is that it's the sign above the door says Vale Arduin Designs.
Wait a minute.
And it also says that, like, on the front plate window, and, like, that's definitely what it says. In the window are very bold, striking designs. They're very angular, very colorful. Yeah, there's like 3 mannequins in front. But
That one just looks like a giant triangle. What? I do not understand fashion.
And you are currently standing out front of the shop.
Let's walk
Why?
in, see what happens.
Okay.
Do we only see signs that say Vale? We don't see any signs that say anything else?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
So you walk in. Inside, you see quite a few people at tables, cutting, sewing. Near the front, you see a very striking-looking human, probably in her 40s. Very bright, angular clothing, very like high fashion looking. Like tall sculpted hair, very dramatic makeup. She looks up as you come in. Can I help you?
Hi, my name is James. This is my friend Mudpack and my friend Denra. And we were looking if we could talk to Tolarai, please.
I'm Tolarai. Are you here to purchase a design?
No.
I was looking to see if we could, be fitted.
Mudpack looks at James.
Yeah, so does Denra. Just whoop.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay.
The image of that is amazing. Giant Denra, little mud pack poke going. What?
Before I make this roll, Paul, what was the name of the designer at the hotel?
Oh,
You can make a history
Atomicus.
check to see if you remember that.
Okay. Here's the deception roll. 19 plus 3. 19 plus 3.
nice. Very
Okay.
nice.
And for the history check, there's a +1.
I'm going to say that the
And-
DC for remembering this is going to be 13.
That is a 15 plus 1. So,
Nice.
cool. Okay.
That designer's name was Antonio.
That's
Antonio. Okay. So, what do they say?
Tolarai looks at you and says, well, you all are certainly in need of new clothes.
Yes. Do you know an Anton who designed the clothes for the great Hedonicus?
Antonio.
I think I've heard the name.
Oh, he has heard your name.
Okay.
he recommended you as a great designer, and I was hoping you could get us fitted for something of our size.
Okay, go ahead and make another deception check.
Damn, okay. Oh, God.
You keep on lying, you're going to keep on having to make these checks.
Fair enough. Okay, that is a 16 plus deception, 3.
No. She rolled a 5.
Nice.
My luck is about to run out, guys. I can feel it.
Knock on wood.
Okay, so can we get further?
She looks behind her to kind of check in on the people behind her who are working, and she grabs a tape measure and comes out to take a look at you. All right, so what is your budget? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something, maybe something dark. Like I'm going to a funeral this evening, or a couple evenings. I just want something presentable, nothing too flashy, but something.
I'm sorry, say that again. What is your time frame?
Tomorrow, actually.
Oh, I couldn't possibly. I've got a backlog of work. There's no way that I can fit that into my schedule.
Are you sure?
She's already walking back behind the table.
Because it's for Val. The funeral is for Val.
Val. Mudpack will just cough at.
Justin messed it up. Not James.
She says, why would anyone want to go to her funeral?
She passed. Today, actually.
Again, why would anyone want to go to her funeral? Are you friends of hers or something?
We were sent to make sure that everything is... We're part of the Adventurers Guild. We were sent to make sure everything's okay. But we heard that you guys were good friends.
It makes sense. It'd have to hire people to go to the funeral. No one would go willingly.
What makes you say that?
Well, if you're asking that question, it means you never met Vale Arduin. She's a horrible person.
Your name didn't come up too much. What was your history with her?
I need you to make another deception check.
Can it be persuasion?
It can't. Because you're coming on this whole, like, the entire conversation is a lie.
Mudpack wanted to cast guidance as soon as James said that last thing.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
let me take a quick look here at what guidance looks like in terms of casting it.
This is so risky, guys. This is so risky.
I get to add a 1d4 to willing creatures.
Yeah. I need you to make we'll just make a stealth check.
To do it stealthily. Because you're like casting
unless you're wanting to just kind of declare it openly.
Oh, Mudpack will lean his quarterstaff, which he still has, like that's just it's just in his hands all the time. Kind of tap it on James's shoulder.
There's a verbal component to guidance as well, so it would be like saying words of. So if you can go without a stealth check on that, or you
hold on. I'm just trying to remember exactly what James said in that last. Oh yeah, why would we heard you were good friends, but she didn't mention you much. What was your history? Mudpack will say, we always see the best in people. Tap. That counts. Please tell me that counts.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
James, go ahead and make that deception check at disadvantage for me.
Oh no! Okay. Well,
sorry.
it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Deception's +3, guys. It's +3. It's +3. Disadvantage. What could possibly go wrong? Ooh, that is a 3 + 3. Ooh, okay. And can't be worse than that. Wow, 16 + 3. So that's a 6. 6.
Tolerai sets down her measuring tape, leans on the table, and she says, "So let me get this straight. You were hired by some guild to come out here and assist her with something."
That is correct.
And they're paying you to go to this woman's funeral now that she's died?
Not exactly.
They're paying us to complete our investigation.
We're looking into why she died.
Okay, all three of you go ahead and make deception checks.
Do we get to help each other?
I mean, I was not lying necessarily, but I'll do it.
I mean, we're all gonna do it.
Gosh, deception. Oh, guys, 14 + 3. So maybe that's okay.
It's a 10.
Okay.
16.
She rolled a 19 + 2.
Damn it.
She says, "I'm not 100% sure exactly what the deal is with you. I've been waiting quite a while for that old bitch to die, and I've got a very nice bottle of wine all picked out for when that happens. And I'm just not getting the vibe yet that it's ready to break it out yet. So I've got a lot of work to do. So if you'd like to, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Is this a performance? Is this her idea of a joke to ruin my day? Yeah. You can go
Mudpack wants to do an insight check.
Yeah. Can I do an insight check too?
Sure.
I don't trust her.
I'll jump on the bandwagon.
Ooh.
Never mind.
14 + 3. There we go.
That's 7.
It's two 14s in a row. Cool.
21
Okay.
altogether.
Yeah, I mean, she very obviously does not like Vael and is very not happy at being lied to.
And is very much like, I'm just waiting to open this bottle, and is not getting the, like, she would have heard from someone besides us that Vael had died.
I don't know that she can quite read that, but she definitely, she has read that you all are lying, and so she's not trusting what story you have to tell.
Well, I think we may have done all we can here, fellow
Do you think we're
lady.
lying? You think we're lying? We
Yes.
don't live here. We don't have any reason to lie to you.
James, the jig is up.
Let's thank you for your time, Ms. Tolerai. Whenever you open that bottle of wine, I hope it's a long time from now. Anyway, let's go.
She gives you a kind of a dismissive nod and gets back to her work.
As Denra leaves, she'll just kind of... It is odd, though, to have signs with the name of a woman you hate on the front of your own store, but... okay.
Yeah.
Have a good day. And she'll walk out.
I'm gonna go back.
No,
if you really hated Vael, why is her name on your storefront?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
God damn it! I was just trying to be an
it's
asshole.
fine. +5 persuasion. This might work. Disadvantage. Okay.
Fail
Okay, that is
100% of the rolls you don't make.
Now there's 12 + 5 for the first one. It's 12 + 5. and a 15 plus 5. So it's a 12 plus 5.
17.
Okay. 17.
You can see that even without an insight check, that she doesn't look very inclined to speak with you right now. She says, "I eagerly await the day when I can scrub her name off of my shop."
Then do it tomorrow.
I think that was what.
Fuck.
Anyway, thank you for your time. And Mudpack will literally be pulling James out of the door at this point.
Oh, I thought that was gonna work.
I rolled.
All right.
I rolled against it to see if she would be amenable to that, and she rolled an 18.
Yeah, no.
So
All right.
you are standing out in front of the shop.
All right, we're 0 for 2, so let's make it. Let's just be honest with whoever we go to next, because I don't think lying is working so far.
And if we were going to lie, I would love it if we got our story straight. That was a fun time. Sorry, it just
So
took me
then
by
let's
surprise.
not lie, so we don't have to get any stories straight.
The problem
That's
with
all I'm saying.
the problem with lying in D&D is that
It's
every
all based on
time
a
you
roll.
tell the lie, you have to continue to roll. Like, a one-time lie is one thing, but when you're holding a whole conversation like that, it gets really difficult.
It's like, what the heck? I mean, okay.
Well, like,
I was gonna lure them in with honey. Like, yeah, we need clothes for the funeral of Vael.
That was. I saw your thought process, but
Man.
I don't know. It just. Let's just go to. Is Valentine probably the next closest? I'm just jumping to that conclusion. I honestly have no idea.
On this side of town, in this downtown area, is also Willem's office.
Okay. Willem was the business associate, right?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, like the financial manager, or
Longtime designer ruined him.
oh, thank you.
Oh, so more reasons that could possibly want this woman dead. So I think we should go speak with
It
him.
was her longtime business associate.
And let's be honest this time, because if they work together, I think he would know if she was dead, even if there is a curse and even if he's not involved. I really feel like he would know. So can we try and be honest this time, please?
General, I suggest you would like to lead the conversation.
I've
messed this up so many times already.
Immediately starts blushing and just I'll
No,
try.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. Thanks.
I don't know how to lie.
Yeah.
He
that's tough.
really doesn't. He really doesn't.
It's a tough thing to learn. Mortals
best-
are
in the
weird
best
about
way.
that. I can understand. So yeah, let's go talk to this Willem person.
All right. You head out. You walk downtown. You see the shops around. You see a fairly nice inn and tavern. There's not a whole lot of business going on right now. The weather's kind of bad, and it's the off season. But yeah, you do see the Wild Rose Inn, which is a place where you could stay. It is 15 minutes between Tolerai's shop and Willem's office. You are standing in front of a pretty plain-looking building here in the downtown. One story down below looks like an office. The story up above might be a house or apartment or something. But yeah, you do see his office, and you are looking at a small window inside. There are 45 hours, 56 minutes left.
Okay, so we're just gonna be honest with him. Tell him that we were sent by her from the Adventurers Guild to figure out what this curse is all about. So I'm gonna go knock on the door.
Yeah, I mean, it's an office. You probably just have to, go in.
Okay, well, she wouldn't know that, so she'll knock on the door, and then when no one answers, just kind of open. Hello?
Yes, hello.
is it just like a small little office?
Yeah, you walk in, and it's a fairly not like a huge space. Looks like it might be sectioned off into different areas.
Gotcha.
This front area has room for probably 8 to 10 people. There's a medium-sized wooden desk, nothing too fancy. And sitting behind the desk, there's a whole bunch of paperwork all over. Is not old, but older-looking dwarf. Long red beard. He's kind of tied up. Very business-like haircut. Looks like he's sorting through some paperwork, and as he looks up and he says, "Yes, hello, how can I help you?"
Hello. We were sent from Takar. The Adventurers Guild was contracted by Vale Arduin.
Go ahead and come on in, please. Have a seat.
Thank you. She'll scrunch down in the chair.
Mudpack's gonna follow.
Okay.
Well, I'm with Denver and Medpack too.
Yeah.
All right.
Make
There
sure that
are
we're in fact-
there are
there's
enough
enough
seats
room.
in front of his desk. He strokes his beard a little bit, sets down his writing instrument, and he says, "Okay, you're here from Vael.
So, she contacted the guild because someone is apparently threatening her life. We've spoken with her, and if I'm being honest, I can kind of understand. But we were still contracted to figure out what's going on, no matter our feelings on it. So, I was curious if you knew anything about anyone that would want to threaten Vael in any way."
Vael has made enemies of just about every person that she's ever met. She is a very hard person to know, a very hard person to be around, to care about.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Looks like he's in love with her.
Oh man, actually.
Son of a biscuit. That's 9.
Maybe he is.
Jeez.
You know what? I want to do a divine sense on some of these. Yeah.
Just your eyes go glassy as we're talking to him. Weem.
Snake out of your bag.
The person, the dwarf
Amazing.
that is sitting across from you is very much just a
It's a
dwarf.
dude.
Just a guy.
Damn it.
He's a lawyer. He's an accountant. As it says on the door.
He's not celestial fiend or undead.
Sure isn't. He's actually a vampire.
Ah! Poof. Puff of bats.
Nope, he certainly is not. He says, I have known Vael about as long as probably anyone. You said that someone was threatening her.
Well, to an extent, that's what she assumes. Some kind of evil or just dark magic was done on her, apparently, that has cursed her life, making her weak, and she doesn't have much longer. And we just wanted to figure out what's causing that, because that's not good no matter who you're doing it to.
No, for sure. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I can't say that I'm terribly surprised that someone has taken some kind of action on her like that. Not that anyone deserves such a thing. But Vael has never gone out of her way to try to be amenable to anyone.
Right.
Are you asking me if I know anything about it personally?
Or anyone who might be...
What?
I don't know. Go ahead, Mudpack.
I just want, for example, how was her relationship with her children?
Oh, well, her children are terrible people, but I mean, so is she. So, apples and trees and so forth. I mean,
You wouldn't put it past either of them.
Like I said, Vale has made enemies for, 100 years. She is the most impossible person that I've ever known in my life.
He's totally in love with her. Okay, go on.
Are you one of her enemies, Willem?
I wouldn't like to call myself that. I think she would probably call that of me, which is something that brings a great sadness to my life. But she is also, frankly, she has done pretty terrible things to my life as well.
Would you mind telling us the story, Willem?
He closes up the folder that he was working on, kind of sets it aside. He strokes his beard and he says, I was Vael's business partner right from the beginning of when she was getting going. I was the accountant for the business for as long as it ever was a business. And for many years, I would have called her my friend. I don't know exactly when that changed, or even if it did, or perhaps I was just imagining some kind of friendship that was there that wasn't. I'm not sure. But after many, many years, decades in business, Vael wanted to bring in an investor. She wanted to expand the business, which, frankly, was a decision that made sense. With the money of an investor behind it, you could expand the work area, get more product out the door, make us both much more money. Her work was phenomenal, and it was not difficult to find an investor. But Vael, being Vael, she didn't trust anyone else to do the work. She'd hire people to sew or and then fire them 2 days later because they weren't up to her standards. So she did the work herself as more and more orders came in from our expanded business. And she was trying to do it all. I protested. I tried to stop her, and she just insisted that she was the only one who could do it. And at some point, she got herself into substances to keep her working. And for a while, frankly, it did the job, I suppose. But it was taking a terrible toll on her health. And she was going downhill fairly quickly. I told her to stop. I told her it wasn't worth her health. I told her I tried everything I could to get her to get some kind of help to correct what was going on, and she just refused. And so finally I felt I had no choice but to drop an ultimatum on her. At this point, the quality of her work was starting also to go downhill. She was more addict than she was designer. And I told her either to sell the business and get out from this mess, or that I would expose what she'd been doing and the quality and all of it to the investor, to everyone. Either way, it had to end. And
What did she say?
She decided to sell. Which doesn't surprise me. She's a very prideful person, and I thought that what I was doing was helping. I still think that. I still maintain that I was doing everything I could to help Vael. She saw it as disloyalty. And for Vael Arduin, there is no greater sin than someone who is not loyal. She found quite a lawyer. I am technically a lawyer. I am nothing compared to this thing that she found. Lord knows where she might have found it, but I was written out completely. Left with nothing. I spent decades working for and with Vael Arduin. And here I am in this tiny little shop when I should be rightly retired. I owned a large chunk of that business, and now I own almost nothing. And there may not have been a closer friend to her than I.
What would you do to get it back?
There's no getting it back.
You tried?
Insight check.
Yeah, you can inside check that.
Awesome.
Natural fucking 20.
Yes! Finally!
He sincerely believes that there is no getting it back.
Wow.
He says,
have you tried talking about it recently?
No, I certainly have not.
I can understand why. She's not the most fun to talk to.
She's a very difficult person, but she was also my friend. And
Of course.
she was someone I cared about quite a lot. I don't know if I could have done it any differently. I don't know that I could have just sat there and watched her kill herself over the work. But I've got probably 100 years left to live, and I am 300 years behind where I thought I would be.
Willem, do you care about her still?
I honestly don't know. Some days. When the weather's nice, maybe. But when the cold wind comes in from under the front door of this shithole, I care about her a lot less.
Well, if any part of you does still care about her, we would really appreciate if you could help us find out who wants to kill her.
I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor. You said there was some dark magics involved?
Well, that's what she told us. Now that you're telling me that she had a substance problem, I'm beginning to think that might maybe have something to do with it. But also, you mentioned this lawyer that she got. Do you know his name by chance? Their name?
I was never given a name. I think he was the kind of creature to whom names have some kind of power. So, no.
Do you know... well,
That sort of
Oh,
help.
Well, they always say the best lawyers go to hell, but as lawyers say, the best lawyers come from there.
it's true.
Willem, you said that you couldn't watch her kill herself. Why can't you help her not to be killed now? We'll find out who wants to kill her in the first place.
I have a daughter. She'll be a fully on her own dwarven adult before too long. And when I die, I will have nothing to pass on to her. Chances are I won't have a single cent to give to her. And that's not how it was a decade ago. I had set my daughter up to be very comfortable for a long time. And now I have nothing. I cared very much about Vale Arduin. And I think if what you're saying is true, and that she's set to die, I will probably feel sadness for her death. But probably not much.
Willem, I had someone that I cared about a lot. And there is nothing I wouldn't do to spend more time with them. I am telling you now that if you ever cared for Vale, you have 2 days to spend whatever time you may to maybe fix the situation, to maybe mend the bonds that are broken. I'm telling you now, when these 2 days are over, you'll regret not saying what you have to, or doing what you have to make things right. And I'm telling you, there's always a chance. Please.
He gives you a good-natured smile, like a sad smile. And he
Is there any
shrugs.
way I could persuade him of that at all?
No, honestly. There is no chance of sex with this. I'm not going to have you roll for it. He shrugs and he says, I'll see if I can scrounge up some money for flowers when it's all done.
You'll regret it.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to get back to work, folks.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Gives you a
sir.
nod.
See our way out.
Pulls his folder back over and opens it.
As soon as we're out of earshot, why, again, are we working for this woman? I know the Adventurers Guild told us to, but I really don't see why now.
Just because someone has made mistakes in the past doesn't make
These are
them...
beyond mistakes. She willingly cut him out of this deal and ruined his life. Knowingly.
Yeah, people make mistakes. That doesn't mean they're not worth being forgiven.
I don't see that as a mistake.
Well, there's a lot of things that people don't see as mistakes that end up being mistakes to other people, but that's beside the point. Point is, maybe if we ask Vael to help these in her last moments, maybe we could, even if we don't figure out who killed her or wants to kill her, maybe we could find someone who was glad she was here in the first place.
Good luck.
Can we go to Vael and talk about what we saw so far?
How much daylight have we burned?
Let's take
Sorry.
a look. No. Let's take a look at the timer. because I can tell you exactly once I do the math. It was noon. It is now about 2:30.
Okay, so it's not been that long. Maybe, sorry, had to compose myself. Maybe we should speak with the other people she, accused first, before going back and talking to her. I think if we spoke with, I think we only have Anton and, I think just Anton and Valentine left, so maybe speaking with them would shed a little bit more light. We've shed quite a bit so far, and I want to not shed any more, but we do have a job, so I think we should do that first before we go back.
While I'd hate to miss out on all the fun, I don't think it'd be a bad idea if I just volunteer to go back myself and give her a report.
Oh, to Vale?
Aye, and meet you at the next, perhaps not the next place, but the last person, whoever goes last, Valentine or Anton. Right? No, yes, right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Valentine and Anton.
Denra does get a bit of a flashback to the doppelganger situation and how we were all split up and how much chaos that caused. So she is just a little apprehensive, but at the same time,
There's only
maybe
3 of us, and there's not
Yeah,
a doppelganger after us
that's-
this time.
she
He's
definitely looks nervous.
He's like
Yeah.
reading her
Oh,
mind.
for sure. She has it all on her face. Okay. If you feel comfortable, especially being in a room alone with her, then sure, go ahead.
I can hold my own
no.
against an old lady.
She does giggle at that.
Can you try and convince her maybe to mend these relationships
Aye,
before she
that is
passes?
that is also part of. That's another thing because I want to tell her who we've seen so far, and their reactions, and if it's all right with you all, my professional opinion that we don't have to worry about them as suspects.
I'm still
I
not
don't know.
convinced on Toralei. I think that was, we just kind of bullheaded that a little bit, so we didn't get information. But I don't think she's out of the running. But that is a good idea. I think we should keep her apprised of how things are going and keep going so we don't lose time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, 1,
So
2, 3.
let
break.
me get this straight. The plan. So where Denra and James,
Yeah.
where are you headed?
Do we want to? Which one's closer? I guess probably Valentine.
Valentine?
From here, from Willem's office, they are only 5 minutes difference apart.
Okay, so I'll roll d6. Even it's Anton for my choice at least, and odd it's Valentine. Okay, Valentine.
Yeah.
Maybe we speak with the daughter. So
That's the
so-
ruthless one, right?
she did mention that, yes, and makes sense if they're related. So thank you, Mudpack, for doing that. We'll see you in a little bit.
Right. I'll see you at Anton's then.
Yes.
All right.
Got it.
Let me go ahead and pause the timer. So Mudpack is headed back to Vale. Denra and James are headed to speak to Valentine.
Oh,
And
boy.
we are headed to a break.
I knew it. I felt it coming.
Timer
So
never stop.
a good time to make popcorn, and we will be back to see how these conversations play out right after the break. Okay, we are back. I have changed to a new shirt because the black shirt was like an experiment. Like, maybe under these lights, my beard and a shirt won't just like completely blend in. And as it turns out, they totally blend in. So black shirt's out, which my 15-year-old self would be like, "What the fuck, man?"
My 15-year-old self would be very proud of me wearing this hat right now. Because
Nice.
someone told me that
Rock.
I look like a boy, and I was like, I'm not a boy. And now I'm like, wait, maybe.
Maybe. That's so good. I love it.
That guy was a dick anyway. Anyway, yay,
Yeah.
back. We're back.
All right, we are back, and let's start with Mudpack.
Okay.
Mudpack, you make the walk back in from down the downtown area, back up to Vael's estate. The weather has broken up a little bit, so there's it's like partly cloudy at this point, still kind of overcast and crappy, but the rain has let up at this point. You do make it to Vael's house. It is there. The time left is 45 hours, 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
I believe we were headed to
Yeah, but we're
Valentine.
you're headed to Valentine. We'll catch you after we take care of this thing with
Mudpack's doing that bit
Mudpack.
first.
Okay.
So you know, as you are kind of approaching, you're still probably like 40 feet away or so from the door. The door opens, and Simon comes out.
Yep. Yep.
Gives you, looks at you, acknowledges you, and then gets back into a carriage and sets off past you, pointedly kind of only giving you a half look as he goes past.
Mudpack would have given him a courteous and curt nod on the way past, because he's doing fine.
Yeah.
He's doing fine. We just came from Willem anyway. Yes. Yeah. So do that and head to the front door.
Yeah, you head to the front door. The young woman who let you in earlier does so again, leads you back to the drawing room.
Mudpack would have just walked in the door.
Okay. The young woman looks a little confused by that, but doesn't protest or anything, just closes the door behind you.
I'll only be a moment.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to give her an update.
And you see that Vael is indeed in the drawing room. She's looking even a little more tired than when you left her. She's sipping a cup of tea. You're back quickly.
I just thought it might be prudent to give you a little update on our investigation so far. Simon, as you can tell, doesn't seem to be a problem. He was quite concerned when it seemed that you were in danger, and he wanted to assist you right away. So
I'm sure he did.
Right. And
you
right.
believed him in that?
Well, he did seem quite genuinely concerned about your well-being.
I see my son more than I see almost anyone. He is a parasite.
Well, that is why you have hired us to do this investigation, so you don't have to trouble yourself. We also spoke with Tolerai, and while, yes, we'll be quite happy to see your demise, I'm not quite convinced she either has put out this curse on you. And lastly,
What is it that convinced you in such a way that she is not responsible for what's happened to me?
she seemed to have the impression that she would have found out already.
She told you this?
No, sorry. Backtrack. That was who was that? That was another dimensional being. Anyway, because Mudpack didn't actually get that far. Okay. Well, she had this bottle of wine that she's very excited about to open, and didn't seem to be ready to open it anytime soon. So that was a clue for me. And Willem.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to hold a piece for you in his heart and in his mind that I believe prevents him from doing anything that would truly harm you, despite all he has been through and his family.
Willem lacked faith and loyalty, and those without loyalty are capable of anything.
Willem, as far as I can tell, only lacked the selfishness to see someone perish for his own benefit.
She does not seem terribly convinced by that. She says, "So you've not yet determined who has done this to me? Where are the others? Where are your fellows?"
Well, I thought it might be good, seeing as we are on quite a tight schedule, to give you sort of a check-in, as it were. Mudpack's starting to lose his confidence. But he's not going to show it.
She
he's
says,
going to stand a little taller.
"I do not need reports. I need whoever has done this to me. And I need them here."
What would you say if anyone came who had not done this to you?
For what reason would they come? Like my son? Pleading and begging and hoping that he has got some large part of the will?
Not your son, no. More those who have truly cared about you and did not want to see what you were doing to yourself, quite frankly. And I just wonder how it is that you can be willing to set up a parasite and be less inclined to help a friend and coworker and cohort and his family.
She kind of absentmindedly fixes her hair a little bit and sees that a large chunk has come out, and she lets it slip off of her fingers, and she says, "I have not said anything about setting up the parasite. Loyalty is all that matters to me."
What does loyalty look like to you? As someone in your employ, I'd like to know.
It looks like following my directions and not questioning them
So you would have just mimics around to do your bidding if you could. They could not disobey you.
If I could have taught mimics to sew clothing to an acceptable standard, I would have loved nothing more.
Well, I do believe that concludes my report.
You can see that she looks worn out. Like, she looks like just the couple of conversations that she has had today have just left her really, really tired.
For the record, the teacup you're drinking out of could probably feed a family of 4 for a few months. And with that, Mudpack's just gonna turn around.
She laughs at that as if it were a joke, even though you weren't intending it to be.
It was kind of a joke, but also a true joke. Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
And off we go to find everyone else. But before we go to Anton's, we're going to...
Oh, see how this goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that,
Excuse me.
let's catch up with Denra and James as they make the trek over to Valentine's estate. Valentine's estate sits kind of off by itself. The estate is large. You would say it is about as large as Vael's. The house looks very nice. Nicer than Simon's by far. It's a very well done house that really looks over the whole valley. As you two come up, are there any preparations that you want to do before you go up to the door?
Good cop or bad cop?
Oh, well, first of all, I just want to say we should be honest, like we have been. It seemed to work last time. Judging by her house, she's done very well for herself, or her mother's paying for all of this as well. I have no idea. These rich human or half elves make no sense. And these rich civilized people, they just make no sense to me. I'd rather just be in the woods again. Ugh. Anyway, I think good cop. You should be the good cop.
I should be the good cop?
Yeah, I'll be the quiet one in the back who's just kind of...
Okay, that means you have to be the bad cop.
She's suddenly like, I'll be the good cop.
Okay, let's do this.
I love this dynamic. It's one of my favorite things ever.
It's amazing.
Denra will lead the charge, so to speak.
Okay.
Let's fucking do this.
You head up to the house. Like I said, really beautiful house. It's got columns out front and near the porch. You come up and knock on the door, and pretty soon afterwards, not too much of a wait, a very distinguished looking human man opens the door. Yes, how can I help you, gentlemen?
We are looking for Miss Valentine Arduin.
This is the estate of Miss Valentine Arduin.
Yes, we were sent on official business with the Adventurers Guild into Car from her mother.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. That's persuasion. Where is it? +1. It's a 17.
I can see you in and see if Mrs. Ardwin is available. Please come with me.
Thank you.
He leads you inside. The house is not quite as ostentatious as Vael's, but it is pretty much just as nice. Really beautiful stonework everywhere, carved wood railings on a staircase, and you are led into a drawing room. This one has many more books than it does art pieces. Please feel free to have a seat. I will check in with Mrs. Ardwin.
So, you said there's more books, but there are, like, little art pieces?
Yeah, there are definitely art pieces around.
Okay. She'll kind of, in the wait, because she gets bored, she'll pick one of them up and just kind of be fiddling with it and looking at it.
A few minutes pass, and the door reopens.
Oh.
Miss Valentine Ardwin. The valet gives a small nod and opens the door a little wider, and in comes Valentine Ardwin. She is a very striking-looking half-elf woman. Beautiful dress. Both of you go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh.
Oh no. Well,
That's
here's
a
how
12.
I die. Hey, that's a 13.
Hey,
Wow.
right, same range.
Yeah, she wears a beautiful purple dress with like gilded accents on the sleeves, and she has 3 really beautiful rings that she wears, all next to one another. She comes in the room, folds her hands, and does not sit. She says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Hi. We were sent by your mother, Miss Vael, to look into certain issues that she's come up with recently. Seems that someone, or at least as far as she's told us, someone is threatening her life.
Oh,
Can't say I'm surprised by that reaction. It's not the first time.
that's it. She goes over to a bar cart and makes herself a drink, and she sits in a very nice wingback chair, and she says, "If we were to call out the brigade every time someone expressed their hatred of my mother, oh, there'd be a parade. It'd be never-ending."
Well, do you know of anyone in particular? I guess we've asked this question already, and I can already tell that you're going to say that there's so many people that want her dead. Yes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We were told by her that she was cursed. Some magic, some curse that is making her, withering her away. And I don't know. Insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a dirty 20.
She seems very interested in that information.
Okay.
She's definitely giving you her attention.
Okay. And from the look of her, she does look on the way out. Do you know how old she is, by the way?
My mother...
Just so I know whether or not that looks bad for her age. I don't know.
My mother is about 150. And you would know well enough to know that she'd have like 30 to 50 years left.
Okay. But in the upper range still. Okay, cool. For a half elf. That's not bad. 30 to 50, actually. No, that's not bad. That's, yeah. Okay. Anyway. I just was curious just because don't spend time around people like you much, so I can't tell whether
I'm
you
sure.
look bad all the time or not. And she did not look like someone who's looked good in a while, so I just
Really? What did she look like?
looked very...
Wait,
That-
you haven't seen her?
Yeah, when was the
My
last time
God,
you've seen your
no.
mother?
I haven't seen her in months. What did she look like? Did she look terrible? Did she... tell me all about it.
Dinner is immediately uncomfortable. I
What kind of curse is this? What does it do?
It's a death curse. Your mother's going to die if we don't get your help right now.
Oh, she must be feeling terrible. I mean, what does she look... How is it affecting her?
Why do you want to know?
Why wouldn't I want to know?
because she did it. Denra says that. That's not Chris.
I mean, frankly,
Why else
I would have to. Well, magic's expensive. If someone put a curse on her or something, that's.
Denra will look around at the very opulent pieces of art and the very nice-looking house full of books that you could read a lot about, a lot of things in.
Yeah.
I
she says
don't really buy that.
If I were to want to kill my mother, I would probably just go over there and do it.
Do you want to?
I mean, I haven't seen or even spoken to my mother in months, but, I mean, if the opportunity arose.
All right, I'm going to do something risky.
DM question before you do the risky thing. How long ago did she say that this started to affect her? Just so that I know. If she said it all.
Yeah, she did make mention of that. Let me see here.
'Cause if she just said she hasn't talked to her in months. I just want to see if that lines up or not.
Was it like 2 weeks? What was it?
I know I have it written down here.
worries.
Almost 2 weeks.
Okay, so not quite the same amount of time. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, what was your risky thing, Justin?
I want to cast Dreadful Aspect.
Oh, good lord.
Cop.
Bad cop, baby.
Oh. I don't think that you're telling the truth at all.
DC 13, Paul.
She does say that, like,
Wisdom.
while this is happening.
Yeah, let me take a look here. I'm saving. Throw a target is frightened for 1 minute.
Risky.
Jesus Christ.
She rolled a 17.
Ooh,
Are you
nice.
kidding me?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
14 on the die.
Are you flipping, dipping, flip, dop? Okay, so
Flippin' dipping me.
this is flipping, flip, I would say.
Well,
She says, I make no... let me just write this down here. I make no lies about hating my mother. And years ago, when I was living with her, I did indeed attempt to stab her.
God.
So if I were to want to kill her, I would just go do it.
Are you upset that someone else got there before you?
Oh no, I think that's wonderful. Like I said, I want to know, like, what they did, what it's doing to her.
We don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, you
and that's
talk
why
to her. I mean, does she look? Is her skin falling off? Is she turned purple? Is she what's happened?
She's dying. She's cold.
Cold.
She's lonely. Her hair is falling out.
Oh my God, her hair is falling out. Oh, that's. Oh.
I don't believe you.
Her hair. Oh, she must be devastated.
I feel like if you truly hated her as much as you said you did, you would have killed her a long time ago.
she said she tried.
I tried when I was young, but that was years and years ago. You have to, I think, care a lot about a person to go through the trouble of killing them. And yes, back when I was young, I cared about her deeply, and also hated her, and so I tried to kill her. But that was a long time ago.
Okay. This whole thing is frustrating me. I am tired of dealing with all of this rich nonsense. You guys don't just... If you hate someone, just stab them.
I mean, I
Okay.
did. And
You
then,
weren't successful.
Okay.
right.
But
And that's the
I
thing.
just-
I appreciate directness. If I was going to do it, I would be very direct about it. I mean, you could do some kind of magic, but frankly, that's not very satisfying. I mean, look at you two. You're all rough and tumble. I'm sure you've bashed some heads in your time. That's a much preferable
Itching
way
to
to
bash
take care
another
of
one
things.
right now. All right. Now, please, I am tired of asking questions. Your mother told us to talk to 5 people. You, your brother Simon, Anton, Toralai? Yeah, Toralai. And Willem. And we have spoken to your brother Simon, Willem, and Toralai.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't there for speaking with Simon, but he seemed like a mama's boy, so I don't know if he would be the one, that would be putting away a curse, but I don't know. What do you know about your brother?
Oh, Simon is a snake. He's horrible.
Really?
Oh, yes, he's worse than my mother, which honestly is saying a lot.
James, didn't you tell me he seemed very upset about finding out about all this?
He did.
I'm
but-
sure he was. He wouldn't be able to suckle on her teats anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
Ma'am, why do you
That's
hate your
gross.
mother so much? That's what I want to know.
Why do I hate Vael?
Yes, your mother.
Because she's a terrible person. She was a terrible mother. I mean, frankly, she was a worse mother than she was a person.
But what did she do to you to make you hate her so much?
She looks at you, James, and she says, "Do you think that I'm the one who did this curse to her?"
I'm starting to think so, yes. James?
I don't know yet. I want to believe in the best in you.
I mean, that is charming. And I do love a charming man. But I am currently taken, so I will just take that as a friendly remark.
Ma'am, I'm married. I don't.
Anyway,
She holds up
to-
her handful of rings, and she says, "As am I."
oh,
Ma'am,
She was...
I need to ask it. No, sorry.
the best that she could do for us was neglect. We were raised in part by a rotating set of nannies and au pairs, and when she did turn her attention to us, it was horrible.
what if I told you that she's willing to change?
Oh. You are a terrible liar. And that is also something I look for in husbands. But again,
I'm not lying. I think. Oh, go
you
ahead,
think that
Cosca.
my mother would change.
Yeah, I don't really follow
I
you,
do.
James.
I think
Val,
that she would rather die than change.
oh, have you died before?
I have not.
Do you Do you think that
Speaking from personal experience, it changes a lot about someone's worldview.
Well, maybe when I see her in hell, she'll be a delightful person.
do you think there would be any reason for her to lie about this curse?
Not really. She's not a fan of people being in her business. She's got her, vices and like anyone, I suppose. And she does not like people knowing what's going on with her. So no, if she says that she's under some kind of death curse and she's brought you all the way out here to look into it, I would probably believe that.
You said you wanted to meet her in hell?
James.
I mean, I don't think I'm going.
You sure about that? Can I roll intimidation? Are you sure about that?
She shrugs and she says, I don't know that I even believe in all of that. But this seems to be a bit off topic, doesn't it?
I don't think.
Are you sure? I would like to roll intimidation,
Oh,
please, Paul.
Gosh.
May I please?
What are you trying to intimidate her into?
Yeah.
Into thinking that maybe if your mom dies, maybe you die too. Or maybe you should help us answer these questions or something. Maybe by happen to maybe.
Yeah, you can certainly try that.
So, oh no, that's bad news. Bad news.
Dinner's got your back, but oh my god.
All right, okay, Maria. If there was ever a time, come on, plus 3 intimidation. If there was ever a time, come on. Oh, okay, all right. That's a 17 plus 3. This is an unnatural 20. Please.
Oh my good lord.
Unnatural 20. I love that.
her roll to like a wisdom check.
Aberrant 20.
Was a 17 plus 3.
Plus 3. God damn it.
Gosh. Wait, who wins? Who wins in that scenario? Is it a coin flip?
She defends against it.
Yeah.
I swear to flipping God.
You make a very good attempt at intimidating her into talking, and she settles back into her chair a little bit, and you see some of that frivolity falls away. And she says, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I would caution you against raising any kind of threats against me in my home. And you see that her rings kind of glow a little bit. It definitely looks like some kind of arcane, magical energy within them. And she says, I am perfectly willing to talk, but I will not be bullied by any man.
If you're willing to talk, then please tell us, who do you think would put a curse on your mother, most likely? I don't want a smart answer. I don't want sarcasm. I want something that would actually help figure out who would kill your mother.
You
Please.
charming boy, I don't care what you want, but I will tell you that I think anyone who could possibly afford it would try. I think that putting a curse on someone in that way is a coward's way out. I think someone who is with a spine would face her directly and stab her in the heart. This business of putting a curse on her from afar where you can't even see what happens to her, that's cowardice. So, It sounds to me like you're looking for a coward.
It's funny. Your mom said to look for you. Denna, let's go.
Out.
Denra is just so fucking frustrated. Yeah, she's silently following James. She's so tired of these rich fucks and their problems.
You head out of the house. The valet shows you out. You see
James,
that the weather's getting a little better.
I need to be a better cop. Jeez, man.
I am asking you again, James, why are we doing this?
Doing what?
Helping this bitch. I don't like this woman. She's horrible. She's obviously ruined so many people's lives. I just don't see a problem in letting one horrible person like this fall to the wayside. Sorry.
Just because... Okay, Denra. I'm sure if out of all the missions that you've gone on in your career, people may not like you for killing their loved ones, right? Who are we to say that this person is any different?
I fail to see the similarity between the bandits and people I've killed and these people and their covert death curses, and I don't understand any of this. It is way above me. I just feel lost and frustrated, and I want to punch something really hard. She takes a drink from her flask.
Take it from me. It's no use in understanding things that are way above you. The only thing that we can do is understand what's happening now. And right now, she asked for help. So that's what we have to do.
I hate that you're right. God damn it.
To Anton's?
To Anton's. He's our last one, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, James.
Hey, I try. I'm only human.
Are you though?
All right, so with Mudpack leaving from Vael's house, and you two heading from Valentine's house, are you wanting to meet up, gather together before you go to see Anton?
We didn't decide on a place. We just both said, we just said Anton's, right?
Well, yeah, Anton's.
I mean, you can just kind of gather nearby.
There. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like the nearest street corner or something like that.
Not a problem. All right, so you Denra and James.
Mudpack's gonna stealth.
You do have to wait a little bit longer for Mudpack to get there, because it is significantly further from Vael's house.
And I got short legs. I got slow speed compared to y'all.
True.
So let me do the numbers here real quick.
Oh, timing, yeah.
Punch those numbers.
There's so much math in this one.
I know.
We could go swords ablazing. We could go in swords ablazing. We have not tried that yet.
I don't think...
Just saying.
Now, I would love nothing more than to do that, because that sounds fun. But let's not. Because I think that in the middle of a city or town like this, not a good idea, usually.
We could take them.
Okay.
Yeah, but not the whole town.
So you head to where you were told Anton would be, meeting kind of near the base of an estate. There's a hill that goes up. And you two wait about another 20 minutes for Mudpack to arrive. There is 43 hours, 40 minutes left.
Gotcha.
And you are coming on to the Ilmar estate. And as you crest the hill and reach the top, you see that there's a handful of people working in the yard, kind of doing maintenance and lawn work. And from what you have been told about him, you see Anton digging in the front garden area here. Anton is a human. Looks to be in his mid to late 20s. He is a beautiful man.
Very young.
He has just like tan skin and that haircut with the shaved sides, which means he's either super cool or a douche.
Yeah. No in between.
He is like he's currently digging out like a trench in the front yard, glistening with sweat. He's got like a solid 6-pack, and he is at this point just wearing like little shorts because he's landscaping.
How tall is he? How tall is he?
Oh, he's like 6'2".
Oh, okay. Yeah, Denra's interested.
Denra, we are on a mission. We're
Yeah, he's like
Definitely blushes a bit.
absolutely ripped and gorgeous. He, like he could be a bodybuilder. But not quite
James,
that bulky. Just like he's a working guy.
Maybe you should lead this one.
All right.
Oh God! Now I'm
and he's not really paying
regretting saying
attention.
that.
He's just shoveling away.
I'm tired of this,
Just swing on him. Don't do that. Please, for the love of God, do not do that.
Interrogate him?
No.
No, walk up to him. Excuse me, Anton.
Yeah.
We would like to talk to you. My name is James Rosehart. I'm from the Adventurers Guild. We need to have a word.
Adventures. Okay. What's going on? He sets his kind of sinks his shovel into the dirt.
Look, I'll cut to the chase. Someone put a death curse on Vael. We were hired to investigate who did it.
Oh
We'll die in about 30 hours, day almost. We need your help to investigate who did it,
Oh my God.
why they did it, and if it's you. So, we have all had a long day. I would appreciate if you just give us the answers we need as soon as possible, please.
He,
My good Lord.
he squats down
No bullshit.
and puts his face in his hands. Oh man, that is really heavy.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yep, inside check.
Insight check.
Everyone.
Everybody
Plus-
do the insight check.
Not me. That's a 6 total. Not me.
6. Mudpack, what'd you get?
14.
14. And Denra.
18.
James, you're just you're a loose cannon. You're off the kit. No, you're just not quite reading his vibe yet.
That was very
Kid.
on the case. I
was
said what
amazing, though.
everyone wanted me to say.
No, that was
Get
good.
to the point.
Mudpack
That was
and
instant. I love
Denra, as he stands up, you can see that he's like, he looks a little misty-eyed. He definitely looks hurt and upset. He says, "That's awful."
Yeah, it is awful. So, are you willing to help us find out who did it?
Yeah, I mean, what can I do?
What was your relationship with Vale? I'm sorry, Mudpack. Were you going to say something?
Well, we could ask for your money records for the last, say 2 months.
I mean, honestly,
If you've got that.
he kind of references the shovel and he says, I make enough to get by. I don't really have much.
Oh, okay.
Not enough for a death curse, then.
Is that expensive?
Yeah,
So
but
we
what was
can
your
tell.
relationship? What was your relationship with Vale? Please tell us.
He looks not quite bashful, but just like a little hesitation. He says, I mean, Vale and I, we were together,
Oh, right.
Together in...
yeah,
You-
I,
They
for
were
like,
intimate.
Yeah, we were together for 3 years.
How long ago? If I
Yeah,
how
she
old were you?
she cut things off.
Would you stop cougar shaming?
No, because if it was like 3 years ago, then we would have been 17.
He's like
He's in
No, he's like in his
20s.
20s. I thought you said like
Mid-20s.
20. My bad.
No.
You're right. Never mind.
He's 26.
Sorry, I was just like, Jesus Christ. That makes more sense. Okay,
Happens.
that's fair. No, that's
Yeah.
more fair.
He's-
That makes more sense.
he's
He's
26.
an adult at that point. It's okay.
Fully an adult.
Gotcha.
He
And
says
she's really rich.
she's really rich,
perfect.
and he looks like that.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
It's like Tiger King.
Oh, good lord.
He says, well, she broke it off
Wait a minute.
about 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Tiger King.
She broke it up with you?
Yeah.
And before that, I'm guessing you didn't have to dig ditches to make your money.
He shrugs and he says, I mean, money's not really a big deal for me. I still did some of this when we were together.
But she made sure you didn't go hungry.
I mean, I guess she didn't like give me money. I mean, like we'd eat at her house or whatever, but
That's
Oh.
is something.
Sir,
Having a seat at
do
the
we-
table.
yeah, but
Sir-
no, she wasn't like paying for my house or anything.
Right.
Sir, do you mind if we search the premises for anything suspicious?
Don't think he owns this.
Oh, this isn't my house.
Where do you live?
Oh, I live in town. I've got a place with 2 other guys.
So who lives here?
This is the Ilmar house. The Ilmar family. I've worked with them for a while. I do, landscaping, a little bit of gardening, but mostly the digging and heavy lifting, things like that.
Oh, heavy lifting. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna check out this house, the Elmar family.
James,
All right.
I don't
I'm
think
already
we
gone.
should.
He shrugs.
She's like following you. James, what are you doing? We can't just go walking into someone's house.
They're not.
No, I'm not walking in. I'm knocking.
What connection would they have?
Did they actually hire him? Well, Cosca referenced his story with theirs.
I don't think we have time.
I mean, James, are you open to being stopped from this course of action?
I don't want to be a jerk.
I mean, I'm either way. Either way.
Denra,
but-
go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I don't want to be a jerk.
I mean, I don't want to also like force anything.
No, but it's okay to not agree on a plan. What'd you roll for that persuasion?
18. Or no, sorry, 17.
James, it does seem like this might be too much of a deviation.
I trust you, Denver.
It's just maybe I don't know. We've talked to all of them now, right?
Anton, you two have kind of gone a little bit away. Anton looks over you, Mudpack, and says, "They look pretty upset."
Hi. Well,
Wait a minute.
you seemed to have a more amiable relationship with Vale than most everyone else we've talked to today.
I mean, yeah,
And
yeah.
you loved her.
Well, yeah. I mean, we were together for a long time.
And when things got broken off, was that her decision?
Yeah, it was.
I know she mentioned something about it, but you know how these things go. People always sort of try and sugarcoat things to make themselves look good.
Sure.
What would you say the reason was?
Well, I wanted to marry her, and she didn't want that.
Once you pop, you just can't stop unless you really do have to stop.
You know,
Oh my God, yes.
you know, I mean, I'm human. She's a half elf, but if we were together a long time, we'd like grow old together, and that's what I wanted.
Well, if you want to see her old now, I suggest you take a visit to her because she doesn't have much longer.
I'm sure
if you
she
do
wouldn't
want-
want to see me.
Oh, does that really matter at this point? You're the
mean-
one who has to live with it. Don't you want to go make your peace?
I mean, you know, if she thinks bad enough about me that she'd think I would try to kill her, I don't know.
You were on her list of suspects as someone who may have ill feelings, and I don't know too much about these things, but sometimes feelings can sort of flip.
I haven't stopped loving her, but, you know, when she decides that you're no good anymore, then that's kind of it for her.
You don't want to step up to her challenge?
I don't want to get rejected again.
A brave man would face the challenge.
He shrugs. He says, I don't think I feel very brave with Vale.
Pack's gonna run back to the other two and say, he did it! No, kidding. He's a coward, he did it.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually what I was just thinking about. I was like,
he wasn't there for that conversation, so.
right, but like.
Anyway, that's why that didn't happen.
Well,
I mean, I think you could have been briefed on that conversation, frankly.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
cool,
that's
thank
true.
you.
Yeah, we have
Thanks.
time to talk
Yeah.
about everything.
so, oh, is Anton within earshot or no?
No, he's a few steps away. He's kind of leaning on his shovel, looking hot and sad.
So, let's go through our notes of who let's take a vote on who we think did it. You know,
I am still.
Denna.
I still don't know. They all are either horrible or have been fucked over by this woman, and I still can't pinpoint which one. Although I didn't get to see Simon, so I don't really know. And from the way that Valentine spoke about him, I can kind of see that being a very good ruse, acting like a mama's boy.
Well, yeah, Mudpack. How did Simon see? Like, how is he to you when he met you at his mother's house? He said he was
Also-
going to, right?
Also, what's his deal? I like to Mudpack pointing at Anton. Do you know if?
Well, one thing at a time, sure.
Oh,
I've got one mouth.
oh, sorry.
No problem. Okay, so.
Sorry.
It's all right. Okay, so how Simon reacted when he saw me, we did pass, I did see him as he left. He barely looked at me, and he said we would talk more later. So maybe
Wait,
he's either
But he was at the
saw
house.
him. He
I
was
saw
at his mother's house. Okay.
he was at his mother's house. I saw him leaving. He got in his carriage, gave me maybe a half look, and rode off. So he's,
Still don't
you know,
like that.
no, he seems like someone who wants to get his way.
What if his way is
but-
getting rid of his mother?
Well, I don't know if that would do him any good because it sounded like he may not be in the will at all.
Did she speak pretty badly of him?
I
I mean, she spoke badly of all of them, but
Well, I made a mention. Yes, she did. Again, but I made a mention of him being set up by her to be, all right, and with financially and everything
Right.
with his home. And she said that no one's setting him up. He shouldn't prepare for that. So I think he's not in the will. And I think maybe if he did do it, he thinks he is in the will.
That, or he knows and he wants her dead out of anger for not being in the will. Maybe. I honestly don't know. These nobles are so weird. All of them.
See.
I don't think it's Anton.
No, he looks very pretty and not smart.
Poor.
Maybe not. I don't want to say not smart. That's mean. But
so, who do we know that has the money and the resources to make/hire a death curse? That's Simon, Valentine, and Talore, correct?
Yeah, Torla. I think that one. I think it makes the most sense because she did also mention after we talked about the signs that she can't wait to get rid of them once she's gone. I think it was Torla.
That was a really good point.
But also, I mean,
she would know. She would know that because that's why we were going to ask them to see if they seemed surprised or not. And she knew
I couldn't get a good beat on her,
couldn't
so
be
I don't
dead.
know.
She knew she couldn't be dead.
It's true.
Because if she cast the curse, then she would know.
Maybe we should go talk to her again.
I think we should talk to Simon again.
That's also a good idea, because I do think the mama's boy thing was a ruse.
We never did get a good read on him because things went sideways.
Understandable. It was first attempt. What, my pack?
I feel because with Valentina, if someone tells you who they are the first time, believe them.
And
Talore, that's my second guess as well. Then.
Well, then maybe we should speak to Simon, and I'll be there to also get a read on him, or maybe, if need be, rough him up, because I am tired of all these questions. I just want to break something. Just one thing.
Wait.
I'll pick up a rock as we're walking around and just kind of throw it on the ground. It doesn't break, but I'm just like, I just need to get all this anger out. I'm frustrated.
Medipack, would you like to be bad cop with us?
Or wait, is it 3 bad cops?
3 bad cops to Simon's house. Let's fucking go.
Okay. That sounds like a murder, so let's maybe just pull the brakes.
I was going to suggest maybe. I mean, we've got time to take a quick drink at a bar, perhaps. I don't normally drink, but I am very stressed.
Maybe even speak to some people there. We don't have to only stick to the people on the list. We could also speak to someone at the bar, talk about all of them.
Good point.
We've all gotten kind of honed in on these 5 people. This is Chris now. Like, we really honed in on. Yes. I could also use a drink. My flask is getting low.
Can I give myself a wisdom check to see if that's a good idea, Paul?
You don't think it's a bad idea.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
So as our party heads back to the downtown area, leaving poor, sad, hot Anton there.
Oh, really quickly before we leave, Denner does go over to him. While I'm in town, I don't know if you're busy, but if you wanted to get a drink, I'm open to it.
Denra!
He does not look receptive to that, partially because his heart is breaking all over again.
Oh, bad timing. I am sorry. She's out. She's awkward as all fuck. Oh, she's the worst. That's hilarious.
So our party makes their way back downtown with 43 minutes. 43 hours,
I was
19
like, wait,
minutes.
what?
There's no way, Paul.
On the clock.
Lost the
And
whole day.
That's how hot he was. We were
Yeah, we all
staring
got
for
And
that
that
long.
is where we will leave our party for this week. So
Yeah.
I will go
Darn it.
ahead and
That's
talk
mean.
to the people at home. Goodbye, players.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Adventurers Guild. We are so glad to be able to share this with you, our 20th episode. What will happen in episode 21? You'll find out if you watch next week on the Adventurers Guild.